Summertime, Daytona. You got the beach, a couple great restaurants and bars, and a pretty fun racetrack to get around. A good race, night race on Saturday. We get Sunday off, get to go home, go on the lake a little bit. So it's a great weekend. I look forward to this one.
I agree with you, Junior. I like it, the heat and good times and beer and hot dog. But hey, let's talk. I want to bring a scenario up to you. Last year at Talladega, Jimmy Johnson got in the back of Casey Mears coming on the pit road. Now, we know what happened to you last week, you know, when Jamie McMurray spun you out and obviously your day ended. Junior, is there anything we can do in the sport to signal to the driver behind us that, hey, I'm pitting?
Well, I didn't think Jamie would be able to see me waving. I waved down the back straightaway, but what a lot of drivers do, if you can, is veer down toward the apron on the back straightaway, so the guys you can get out from in front of the people that are behind you, and the other guys that are way back there can kind of see, hey, something's going on, that guy must be pitting. Obviously, it's time to pit, or laps are coming up where guys are starting to pit, and that's sort of another signal you can do, which I did on the back straightaway. But obviously, just you know, I can't wave all the way around the corner. The cars are, you know, I'm driving down in the corner and trying to get everything I can before I get to pit road, and I can't do that one-handed. So, you know, I just did everything I could on the back straightaway, and it just wasn't enough. That has happened there before, and actually I've been on the other end of where Jamie was this weekend. I ran into Tony Stewart, I think, a couple years ago there. That's just a tough place to try to get on the pit road. Anyways, guys run pretty low there off that corner, and there's really no true apron to really find a safe place to get off on the pit road, and that's going to happen. I was upset because I could have got a better finish than what we got, but there wasn't much I could do about it.
Yeah, that's what I guess I want to talk about. Third in the points, 14 top 15 finishes this year. Is this the best year so far for you to have a shot at this Sprint Cup?
I think it's a good opportunity for me. We've won 6 races, I think, in 2004, and that was a lot of fun to win 6 races. So, you know, we still got an opportunity to win some more this year. I think as far as consistency, this is my best year. And we show up every week with a good enough car to win, and we lead laps every week. And so I think that's going to give us a shot to race for this championship and put up a really valid effort and compete for it. You know, we finished 3rd before, but we weren't really in the hunt for winning the championship, and we really want to be there all the way to the bitter end.
So what about this new teammate of yours, Dale, that they announced this weekend? Mark Martin's going to be with your group next year, and I know you guys got to be excited about that. Yeah, I am. It was, you know, I really enjoyed working with Casey, and he's such a good guy, and he really was he really went out of his way to make me feel comfortable coming into Hendrick, and it was fun working with him. I've worked with Mark before. I've known Mark for a really, really long time, and he's been so complimentary toward my career and what I've done and how I've handled things, and he's meant a lot to me in that regard. So I'm looking forward to spending more time around him and working with him, trying to drive race cars. That'll be pretty interesting. I've never really worked one-on-one with him in that aspect, so I'll enjoy that. I know Mark's going to have fun. He's definitely got to have a sense of what kind of organization he's coming to work for. That's got to be exciting for him. And he's, you know, one thing about Mark is he really gives us other guys hope that maybe we'll have that kind of fire and determination when we're 49 years old. It's amazing to see how that guy still gets after it when he gets in the race car and how bad he wants to win races. I hope that at 49 I'm just like that.
You know, Dale, that's so true, because your father was that way. Your dad, just the one thing that I'll always remember about your dad is his fire and his attitude towards winning races. But my question, what makes it Hendrick so special? What makes Rick Hendrick so special that everybody looks forward, you being the one that shows the consistency, the chase, the shot at this championship, and now Mark? Why does people want to go work for that organization? What's so special about it?
Well, I mean, Rick will tell you it's people. People will tell you it's Rick. You know, we got a lot of great employees. We got a lot of depth. It really makes it fun when you can go work with Darian and Chad and Alan, all the guys. within the organization that make it what it is and make it as competitive as it is. Rick doesn't make it competitive. The employees do that. But Rick makes it special. Rick makes it fun, and Rick makes it an honor to be there because of how he treats you, how he handles business, how he makes you feel as a piece of the puzzle. And, you know, it means a lot. I think it means a lot to all the people that work there. We all really feel lucky. And it's fun, you know, it's a good atmosphere. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy working with everybody there, and hopefully this is just a sign of a lot of things, good things to come from this team and the company as a whole.
Hey, Junior, I want to get your comment on this. You know, years ago we seen Harry Gant, 51 years old, winning races. Do you think people like Harry Gant, Mark Martin, do you think they're phenomenons, like they're not normal, like they're just, you know, they worked so hard? Harry did that, I'm going to build a house on Monday and bale hay, and your father was baling hay and running a farm. Do you think they're different than most people that age?
Well, I don't know if that's the case. I think that I think that drivers are just as good at 55 as they are at 25, maybe even better with the experience and the knowledge. It's really the willpower, the want to. When you get up in the morning, how much want to do you have? You know, when you get out there and you're in the race, what are you willing to do to put yourself in position to win? And that might change over time as you get smarter. So, you know, a lot of people say you get smarter, but, you know, I think that, you know, Harry Gant, my dad, I don't think they were anomalies. You know, I think that, you know, Darrell Waltrip could still wheel a race car at 50 years old, 55 years old. And, you know, there comes a time when you get up and you say, well, I've been doing this for 20 years and I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm going to go do something else. And I think that's really what changes in a driver. And like I said, when I was talking about Mark's willpower, and I'm really talking about his want to. When he gets up in the morning and he gets to the racetrack and he's ready to put forth the same effort that Kyle's putting in, that I'm putting in, that all these young guys that have been in the sport or coming into the sport that got a lot of fire, he's still putting that kind of effort in. At 49 years old, I hope I'm just like that.
Hey, Junior, I'm 44, and I want to win worse now than when I was 19.
Hey, Junior, tell us about the paint scheme that's on the car and how that came about. That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, we got a digital camo paint scheme on the car. It's what's really neat about this paint scheme. It took 2.5 days to paint. That's all paint, hand done, no decals. And the guys at Hendrick are real proud of that. All that was stenciled and hand done. Even as you see, the side skirts were done and the splitter was done as well to match. And I was really proud of that. What was great about that is the guys at the paint shop at Hendrick. That, you know, I didn't have to ask them to do that as a favor. You know, doing the side skirts, the little things like that. They do that willingly and happily because they want it to look good and they want it to represent well. And it does. It looks good down here this weekend. I'm real proud of it. Hopefully we'll put it in Victor Lane tonight.
Junior, best of luck. Keep up the good work and best of luck in this championship chase.
Yeah, you got it, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for your time. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the number 88. He's got a great starting spot and also a great record on restrictor plate racetracks. 34 races and 7 victories over his career so far. He could get number 8 tonight.